Alright, we should start this. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be talking about
life with 3 under 2 at home.
So guys, we've been home for almost 4 weeks now with the twins from Melbourne. So the first 2 weeks I was home, still on leave, and then the next 2 weeks I had to go back to work. So Ellen, what's been the hardest thing about having all 3 kids while I've been at work?
Just trying to cater to all of them what they want. Emily's busy and active and she's into everything. The boys just want to be held and fed, and it's limiting. And there's been some damage done to the house because of that. So that's definitely really hard. I want to keep Emmy active and busy and cater to her, but you also want to take the time and enjoy the boys and this cuddle period, which can sometimes drive me mad, but also doesn't last that long as well.
But then also, like, you know, when you're tandem feeding the boys, then you can't just get up and tell Emily off or get her to stop doing something.
It's like being handcuffed. Like, I'm just like, she's got me. She can do whatever.
You're like anchored to the couch and you're just hoping that she just stays interested in her tablet.
Yeah. Or, you know, it's just doing something that isn't, like, it's not burning down the house. It's just scribbling on the walls.
So that aside, what's been the easiest thing so far?
I think feeding. I think you're nervous as a new mom anyway about breastfeeding, and then you add another one, and I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it. And from the get-go, I was able to tandem breastfeed, and I'm still doing that. And the boys are gaining weight and feeding really well, and we're having no issues with breastfeeding, which is really good.
Yeah, they're gaining a lot of weight.
Gaining a lot of weight, and I'm able to pump, so I'm getting supply up for when we do venture out and leave the kids. So that's been really easy, I think.
So pretty much through the day, it's just a constant juggling act between trying to keep everyone calm and quiet. I might be holding Max and then Leo starts crying, and then you put him down for just a moment, and then you're settling Leo, and then Max starts crying again. And then it feels like you're just juggling between the two, and there's never a period where there's just silence.
No, it's like they're either both sleeping, both crying, or one's crying and one's not crying, and then they take turns, and it's like that all day.
Yeah.
And then Emily in the mix just randomly yelling about who knows what. So it's a very noisy household. Even like I'll have people call me on the phone and there's like screaming going on. And they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, this is normal.
This is just like white noise to me now.
This is just 24/7.
Don't hear it.
Yeah, it's like when I get phone calls from work and they're like, "Is this a bad time?" And I'm just like, "There's not going to be a good time."
They're happy, I think. Like you know, they seem to be settling down. At first, we were worried that maybe Leo had silent reflux or colic or something because he just wasn't settling.
Yeah.
And he's settling a lot. He's been through a bit too. Like, he had a lot of disruption early on in his life, so he's just settling down. And you can see he's becoming so much more engaged, and we're waiting on him to smile. I keep like staring at him and he just won't do it. But so yeah, I think they're going through some developmental leaps at the moment, and you can see them changing, just starting to watch things more. And
take note.
It is hard. First 6 weeks of a newborn life is just incredibly hard for any parent.
Yeah.
Chuck in twins and Max's health issues and all of, like, going to Melbourne, all of that. It's been crazy. Like,
it was a very full-on first flight, about 5 weeks.
It's just flown by. I can't even believe that they're here.
Yeah.
And that, you know, they're 8 weeks old, and it goes quickly. And so I was trying to keep that in mind when I was in hospital with the boys, and I was really upset about being separated from Emily and Charles, but I just knew that the time was going to be gone so quickly. And now I'm home, and when I am having those moments where it's hard, I can remind myself of how much I hated being at the hospital and separated from my family.
Yeah.
having us all in different areas, like, and that helps, I think, keeps some like perspective and keeps me positive. And I honestly am not having a hard time. Like, people have said to me like that I seem really calm, and I am. Like, they're only doing newborn baby things. They're not doing anything else. It is hard that there's 2 of them, and it's easy to settle one baby, but then you've got another baby that you've got to try and settle. So I find that sometimes if they're calm and happy, I'll sit on the couch for, like, yesterday was 6 hours on the couch, and I have a toddler. I don't know how I managed it, but we did. Like, mind you, Charles had come home, so I could do that, but just sat on the couch because they were asleep on me and they were happy, and they have been unwell, so...
And you just got to take advantage of those moments where they're both sleeping and, you know, it's just like a house of cards. You don't want to touch anything and then just ruin all that hard work.
Yeah, just, you know, if they're happy, and they obviously wanted that sleep, so we let them have it. And, you know, Charles cooks dinner and runs around, and it's lovely, and I can just sit and enjoy. Emmy is in childcare 2 days a week, which is challenging in itself, like just trying to coordinate getting her to childcare with 2 more babies. Like, the drop off is insane. Like, I've had people helping me, which is really good.
I find that it's a lot of planning ahead of time, so just making sure that, you know, we know who's doing what and when, and what we can do ahead of time, just to make sure that we know what's happening and everything goes all smoothly. That's just sort of where we're at the moment.
Yeah, I swear Uber Eats was invented for newborn parents, because I have used that app way too many times in the past couple of weeks. I will be deleting it.
So guys, first 4 weeks, and I think we're coping very, very well. I mean, when you tell people for the first time that you've just had twins and, you know, you got 3 kids under 2, they give you that look where...
It's like pity. It's like they feel really awful for you.
Yeah.
But we feel grateful, and I think that you're doing awesome, and if to toot my own horn, I think I'm doing really well as well. It's only a short time that there's so little, and I'm trying to let go of some of the normal household things. Like, I really like to meal prep and to organise my house, and it's hard when you've got screaming babies to do that. So just letting go of things like that can be hard.
You're just working on scaling it back, so you're spending most of your time attending to the kids, and just making sure that they're quiet, happy and healthy. I come home and try and do everything else.
I'm like, here's a baby as soon as you walk through the door, which is nice. But I also feel a little bit bad, but mainly it's nice. It's, you know, it's 24/7 for a stay-at-home mum, it's 24/7 for parents who are working. It doesn't stop, like, and it can be full on, but it's worth it. It really is, you know.
100%.
Every hard time, you know, Emily can be so infuriating sometimes, but then she just does one cute thing and you're like, okay, I forgive you.
It just makes up for everything.
Yeah, it does.
No, I definitely agree that I wouldn't go back on anything. All of our experiences that we've had in the last 8 weeks, when we've had the highest of highs, but the lowest of lows. Just looking back on some of those times when Max was very sick, and to have a look at him now and to see the progress that he's had just in a short amount of time, it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
And I actually think back to that conversation we had with one of the doctors at our 16-week appointment, and she asked us if we want to explore termination options. And I mean, like, that disgusted us back then, but then having a look at how things have turned out now is just amazing.
What I've taken from this experience is to appreciate my family, appreciate the support we have. We're so lucky to have so many people who love us and support us. I will be forever grateful for everyone, and
just a quick one. Thank you to everyone that has helped us out, whether it's just caring for Emily, coming over to Melbourne, or just all the kind words and comments and stuff on social media. It's been fantastic.
It has. Appreciate your family, appreciate your children, appreciate what you're given, and I think this whole experience has changed me. I feel like I feel just so grateful to the core that I look at life a little bit differently now.
Your perspective changes on what's important.
Yeah, for sure.
So something else that's happening with Leo, he's developed an umbilical hernia. So while we're at their 6-week GP checkup and the boys were getting their immunisations and everything else, we showed our GP Leo's umbilical hernia.
So it's not a major concern. Often they will resolve themselves, but a referral has been sent into the Women's and Children's Hospital, and he's on a waiting list to see a surgical doctor. It might take a couple of years, but it might also just go away on its own by then. So it's just something to keep an eye on. Max has a cardiology appointment this month, and next month he has an appointment to see the physio at the hospital. That's just to check that he's developing at the correct rate, I suppose, post-surgery. So that was a referral that was put in from Melbourne. So we'll see what that's about, I suppose.
Alright guys, so we're going to call the video there. So if you're pregnant with twins, if you have twins, if you're parent of a heart kid, or you're just interested to see what we have going on, look out for the upcoming videos. Better yet, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Hello everyone. So guys, we've been home for almost... So guys, we've been home with... Then the next two...
Hi guys.
We got 2 babies here.
And they always come like this. That's all they ever do. It's wonderful. Okay. At least you get to escape to work.
Okay.